Happy birthday, Sherry. These slides are going to be just a sampling of some of the great collaborations we've done over the last 2 decades. And the theme is going to be really simple. No one does it better. First met you in a classroom, but first field work was back in 2003 when we did that terrestrial survey at Little Salt Spring. This is just one of my favorite photos as Alex is handing you materials from the excavation unit. Always there, helping someone out, being the hand that reaches out, Sherry. A couple of years later, we had an exhibit at the Sarasota History Center from those excavations, and there you were by my side, helping navigate the social niceties of these events. Have to mention the Tabby House ruins, where you really added so much to our understanding of a place at DeSoto National Memorial. Another favorite photo with you and Walt walking around the Tabby House ruins to the observations that produced that map. And where you're really shown the New College Public Archaeology Lab, there you are at the ribbon cutting. Just one of the many times you helped organize a workshop for students and community members. There's something about this image of you in the office for that lab that just fills me with joy. With the Tube Dude, some students, Vicky Oldham, and the filmmaker for the C-SPAN story on the Angola project. Another great look at you looking at those Fruitville Elementary School students. Couldn't have done that event without you. You didn't just wow those children, you wowed community members from the annual meeting of the Florida Anthropological Society when we held in Sarasota, and here you in College Hall addressing the crowd. Your public interpretation speaking was awesome, but really also did just amazing work in the lab. And here we are with Karen Reed going through some materials for cataloging. Can never thank you enough for all the management support, their ordering, their organizing, the directing of that lab. And so every time I leave the lab, I see the sign of remembering all that you have done, and it fills me again with happiness. When we had dignitaries, you were there to welcome them, Jerry Milanich between us and Jeff Moats to your right. At the Archaeology Fest at Time Sifters, when you were president of the organization, held at New College in conjunction with the New College Public Archaeology Lab, a nice image of you talking to Trudy Williams of Reflections of Manatee. The relationship with Reflections of Manatee was just so crucial for frankly everything. Here you are as field director, as doing some excavations at Manatee Mineral Springs Park, part of the Angola project. All that experience and trust ensured that when we had the real resources in January 2020, you could lead the field work so competently, so enjoyably, and so productively at Manatee Mineral Springs Park. We're going to start noticing you and your camera while doing field work. There you are with that camera. And again with the camera, as well as taking care of all the materials, all the belongings that we excavate to make sure they're all in good order, even on chilly days. You didn't just use the camera, you also were behind the camera. Often when the media came, you often said the exact right things that made the work shine. Those strands came together really nicely in the aftermath of the January 2020 excavations. Even a pandemic couldn't stop us, and here we're in the lab with Mary Jean and Roslyn Howard. The news media followed you into the lab, and here it's just one reporter covering you explaining what we were doing. Nothing could stop you from taking really good photographs. The collaboration and partnership just expanded and expanded. When Tyler United came to town in 2018, there you are welcoming our guests with a great deal of warmth, as well as making sure the agenda was clear. Your public speaking has always been excellent, amazing communicator. Your work with Time Sifters and Reflections of Manatee raised the capacity of those organizations, and there are going to be so many legacies of the work you did around this region. There are lots more photos, but I figured this was enough to make the point that you did such great work, you were such a great partner, and we end in Reflections of Manatee, as you asked, for jazz hands. Happy birthday, Sherry. Looking forward to another 20 or more years of collaborating with you. All the best. Happy birthday.